for persons who are new to real estate, they only, drive around and see all of these developments going up and wondering, how can I get to partake in this? Let's talk about the different types of real estate that are there. Let's run through, commercial, residential, industrial. What are the different types?
Sure. So there are several types of real estate. As you mentioned, there is residential, and this consists of property that persons would generally live in on a day-to-day basis. So we're looking at single-family homes, we're looking at apartments, townhouses, duplexes. There's also commercial real estate, which is a space or land that individuals might use for business purposes primarily, and that might come by way of a office space, a warehouse, a retail store, that sort of thing. You also have industrial real estate, so like big manufacturers of products, like say for instance a Grace. They'll have an industrial facility that they produce their all of those delightful products that we like to enjoy as Jamaicans, because of course Grace is one of those tried and true brands in Jamaica. But there's also opportunities by way of land where persons can lease land to start a farm. Farming is big business in Jamaica. You can become very wealthy by having even a small farm in Jamaica. It just takes the knowledge and know-how. And yeah, so those are the types of real estate that are available readily for you to invest in and to turn around to make some money.
So, I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to push you a little bit because we
Sure,
went through several types. We spoke
sure.
about commercial, talk about residential, talk about industrial, the factories and so forth. We talk about land, because some people into the land and the farming. And, you have some special use ones, like maybe you're buying for a cemetery. Some people, they're into cemetery, or
Yeah,
they're building, amusement parks. So that's another way to get into real estate as well.
precisely.
But of all of these different types of real estate out there, which one do you think is the best form of real estate investing right now? Thought the things.
All right. So right now, are we speaking about Jamaica?
Yes.
All right. So for right now, I would say residential real estate is the best to invest in right now, because that market is booming. And when I say booming, I mean booming. It is a bit difficult right now to actually jump right in and get capital appreciation, but there are opportunities for you to get in and get some rental income or some income generating properties by way of leases or short-term rent. I right now the Airbnb space is booming, and especially with summer coming up, if you have the opportunity to do short-term rental with any available properties that you may own, that might be a good avenue for you to look into right now going up into the summertime.
Right. All right. So you talk about residential properties and short-term rentals like Airbnb. And a lot of persons are in Airbnb these days for true. When you look on social media, you see a lot of, especially, Carnival weekend, a lot of
Mm,
persons who came down for that, they were staying at Airbnbs. But
yes.
there's a flip side to the
Mm-hmm.
Airbnbs, because we've seen the news talking about persons who rent Airbnb to do, illicit activities. Some people rent the Airbnbs and they're doing scamming in there, all sorts of things. So, is real estate still safe with all that happening? Is real estate investing still a safe place to invest your money?
Well, here what? Their real estate is something that, unless an act of God happens and the earth opens up and takes your home, that property, 9 times out of 10, over the long term, will continue to increase in value. That's one. So you'll get capital appreciation from it. And whilst there are a few illicit players in the space, in the main, earning from your property by way of rentals and short-term leases um, is something that is very much viable. I personally know a lot of persons who are making a lot of money from their rental properties. So I wouldn't shy away. You can also leverage your property by using it as collateral to get other forms of loans or investment opportunities off out the way, out the gate for yourself as well. So having a home or having real estate is something that is very much beneficial. It provides shelter for yourself, it can provide income generation, and over time, whatsoever price you paid for it at the particular year or point when you bought it, over the long term, that value will increase. So you'll get capital appreciation as well.